The major part of being a doctor is to put others' well-being before yours, and that's the reason why medicos are always trained to have a stable mindset. वो अलग बात है कि challenges ही इतने आ जाते हैं journey में कि those who survive has to have a stable mindset. But still, sometimes we need someone on our side who can guide us through and show us the bright side. And that is what Dr. Rajiv Dhawan is to many medicos, including myself. Hi everyone, I am Dr. Tavish Pandit, and this is MedTalk with Tavish. And today I had Dr. Rajiv Dhawan for the podcast. It was an amazing experience just to talk to him. It was more like a therapy rather than a podcast. We talked about a lot of stuff, including mental well-being of medicos and how to cope up with the challenges and the upcoming orders that are disturbing many students, and also tried to know something about Dr. Rajiv Dhawan sir that many people don't. Even though there are many challenges which are faced by medicos right now, especially the FMGs, this session of just talking with Dr. Dhawan was like a detox therapy for me, and I hope you will find it likewise. So if you are waiting for some entertainment plus positivity plus some guidance from the very best, this is the right place for you. This is the right video for you. Hope you'll enjoy this video. Keep watching. So plan for today is very simple. I will take just few minutes of your vacation, and the main motive is we'll just chill around. There is nothing serious to talk about. So the aim is
I can hardly talk serious.
main यही है कि थोड़ा आपके बारे में अब जाने the other side of Dr. Rajiv
Yeah,
Dhawan sir.
definitely. So let it be free flow. Yeah, sure.
Yes, sir. So, sir, you have a experience as a ENT surgeon for around more than 20 years now.
Yeah,
And same goes for the teaching experience you have for the students like us.
yeah.
So, sir,
See, I passed my master's in 2003,
yes, sir.
and I did it from Lady Hardinge Medical College, Delhi. And after that, 2005 was the first time I started teaching actually for
Okay,
the PG examination.
okay, okay.
So you can say for the NEET PG or the Indian PG segment, I'm there for last close to 18 years now. And for the FMG, I would say it's my 12th year. With 2010 was the first year when I came in touch with the FMG segment.
All right. So, and not only that, even though you look very young, you have a very long experience of teaching. आपके सामने सामने कितना सिस्टम बदल चुका होगा, कितने चेंजेस आए होंगे, मतलब एग्जाम्स बदल गए, INI सेट तो अभी रिसेंटली आया है, बट द पैटर्न्स हैव बीन चेंजिंग. तो if you could share, because
Mhm.
I don't think you are just a doctor, ENT surgeon or a teacher. मैं तो कहूँगा कि आप सर वो कहते हैं ना हैशटैग वेंडर लस्ट, कि इधर से उधर ट्रैवलर, यू आर अ काइंड ऑफ अ ट्रैवलर
Yeah.
बैकपैकर. तो इफ यू कुड शेयर वेयर आर यू राइट नाउ.
Right now I'm in North America, and I'm in Canada, and I'm a Punjabi, and Punjabis go to Canada. Everybody goes to Haridwar, and Punjabis go to Canada. You know it; it's mandatory. So when I am done with the whole year, generally when the NEET PG FMG classes are over, online offline over, then I come here for close to 6 weeks, or like I stay over here. It's a breather for me. My family is here, so we like spend good time over Christmas, New Year, and that rejuvenates me for the next year, which is now going to be 2023. So this is my break time, I would say.
No,
Tavish.
that's
Yeah.
very much uh, inspiring, I would say, क्योंकि the thoughts students have, like I would share my experience. So now so when we are in first year of med school, we think यार देखो घुस तो गए हैं, वेदर वी आर इन अ प्राइवेट मेडिकल कॉलेज, गवर्नमेंट मेडिकल कॉलेज, आगे जाके तो पैसे की बारिश होने वाली है. पहले तो ये रहता है. सेकेंड ईयर में समझ आता है नहीं यार पढ़ाई भी करनी पड़ेगी. थर्ड ईयर में फिर स्ट्रगल शुरू हो जाता है कि अब पढ़ाई भी पूरी नहीं हो पा रही. एंड
Yeah.
फोर्थ ईयर तक हम अडेप्ट कर चुके होते हैं कि यार देखो ज़िंदगी यही रहने वाली है, किताब के साथ चिपकना है, एग्ज़ाम
Yeah.
क्लियर करके MBBS क्लियर करके फिर PG के लिए रोना है, फिर उसके लिए उसमें पड़े रहना है, तो आगे की लाइफ तो अब यही है जो है. बट व्हेन वी सी टीचर्स लाइक यू, डॉक्टर्स लाइक यू जो इतना एंजॉय कर रहे हैं, तो हमको काफ़ी अंदर से इंस्पिरेशन मिलती है यार हम भी कर सकते हैं. तो
तभी एक बहुत अच्छी बात बोली आपने कि जो मेडिकल स्टूडेंट की लाइफ होती है ना, उसमें बहुत सारे ऐसे मोड आते हैं जिसमें उसको लगता है कि क्या मैंने सही डिसीजन लिया ये मेडिसिन एज ए प्रोफेशन चूज करके. कि जब हम अपने आप को अपने आईटी फ्रेंड से कंपेयर करते हैं, हमारे कजन्स जो आईटी में चले गए और वो बहुत जल्दी सेटल हो जाते हैं, 4 साल की डिग्री होती है और फिर उनको बहुत इन्फोसिस TCS में जॉब मिल जाती है, और सैलरीज उनकी फिर आपको पता है 80,000 90,000 होती है, एंड within 2 years they reach, like Bangalore, Pune, or Hyderabad, and from there they go to US, New York, and all that. So the company sends them over there, and that's a moment, like, you started your journey together. After 4 years they're already in the job, but you're still doing MBBS. And for FMG the challenge is two times bigger than the Indian medical graduate. um, I would say every famous doctor of today in India, be it IMG or FMG, would have certainly felt hundreds of times during the MBBS duration that I did the wrong thing by choosing MBBS as my career, actually. So all those people have become very famous, very able doctors today. If they could do it, then all my junior doctors who are listening to us right now, they'll also be able to do it. So guys, please remember, when you compare your life with IT friends and IT cousins, you feel jealous. And you know what? The problem with us is that when we feel jealous, we feel bad about us, that why we are feeling jealous. And let me tell you today very clearly, if you are feeling jealous of someone else, it just proves that you're a normal human being. To feel jealous is an absolute natural property of a normal human being. बट मे आई सबमिट वन थिंग, एक छोटी सी बात बोलना चाहूंगा। जो आईटी वाले दोस्त होते हैं या कजन होते हैं, बहुत जल्दी ग्रो हो जाता है, वो मनी प्लांट है। मनी प्लांट्स बहुत जल्दी ग्रो होता है, देखा, बॉटल में भी लगा दो, कहीं भी लगा दो, 2-4 महीने में फैल जाएंगे यहाँ वहां पे। डॉक्टर्स मनी प्लांट्स नहीं है, हम लोग बनियन ट्रीज हैं, हम बरगद के पेड़ हैं। हम बरगद के पेड़ हैं और धीरे धीरे उगेंगे, मजे से उगेंगे। पहले जड़ें नीचे जाएंगी, फिर धीरे धीरे उठेंगे, और जब एक बार उठेंगे तो फिर जनरेशन ग्रो अंडर अस। रिमेंबर दैट। हमारे लाइफ में बहुत बड़ा एक डिफरेंस है, बिकॉज आज मैं रिलेट कर सकता हूँ कि जो मेरे जूनियर मेरे पास तो ये इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं थी, और मेरे को लगता था कि मैंने गलत डिसीजन ले लिया, ये कहाँ फंस गए हम लोग यार, ये बायोकेमिस्ट्री और फार्माकोलॉजी और माइक्रोबायोलॉजी बिल्कुल मेरे समझ से परे होती थी चीजें। ऑनेस्टली मेरे फेवरेट सब्जेक्ट बिल्कुल नहीं थे वो। तो जब मेडिकल साइंस, एक्चुअल क्लिनिकल साइंस शुरू हुई, तो मेरे को लगा कि ओके, ये करने लायक चीज है। लेकिन उस समय बहुत सारे मोड आते थे कि ये गलत है यार, ये बहुत ही लंबा प्रोफेशन है, कब जाके खत्म होगा, और एफएमजी के लिए तो बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज है। और मैं बिल्कुल समझ सकता हूँ, लेकिन एक बात मैं बड़ी ईमानदारी से बोलना चाहूंगा, ऑलवेज रिमेंबर, हम लोग मनी प्लांट नहीं है, हम लोग बरगद के पेड़ है। धीरे धीरे ग्रो हो जाएंगे, लेकिन हर स्टूडेंट जो इस समय सुन रहा है, बी इट एफएमजी और आईएमजी, अपने आप को ये बोलना, जिस स्टेज में भी हो आप, अगर आप फाइनल ईयर में हो, थर्ड ईयर में हो, 10 साल बाद आप एक अपने एरिया के अच्छे डॉक्टर बन जाओगे। अगर आप अपनी मेहनत से काम करते रहे, अपनी लगन से काम करते रहे, तो 10 साल बाद लाइफ अपने आप सेल्फ प्रोपेलिंग मोड में आ। मैं आज भी यहाँ बैठा हूँ 5-6 हफ्ते के लिए, मैं कोई काम नहीं कर रहा, लेकिन इफ मनी इज द कंसर्न फॉर यू, और लोग बोलते हैं पैसे से खुशी नहीं आती, बिल्कुल गलत बात है। एक लेवल तक पैसा चाहिए होता है, और बहुत सत्य है ये बात, मैं झूठ नहीं बोलना चाहूंगा। लेकिन डॉक्टर्स के लिए मनी इज नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम आफ्टर अ सर्टेन टाइम। शुरू में सबके लिए चैलेंजेस हैं, जैसे कि तविश आपने भी सही बोला कि लगता है, लेकिन इस बात का यकीन रखिएगा, आपने सही डिसीजन लिया है।
वाओ सर, दैट वाज वेरी मूविंग जो आपने मनी प्लांट और बरगद के पेड़ की बात करी, बिकॉज रिसेंटली आई रेड अ ट्वीट ऑन ट्विटर वेयर वन ऑफ द मेडिको वाज सेइंग, आई हैव सीन सेवरल मेडिकोज सेइंग, अगर मेरे को 12th में जाने का मौका मिलेगा ना, आई वुड चूज इंजीनियरिंग, बट नेवर हैव आई सीन वन इंजीनियर जो कि कहे मेरे को डॉक्टर बनना है। बट लेकिन जो आपने स्टोरी बताई, दैट वाज रियली मूविंग। एंड
या मेडिकल स्टूडेंट्स लाइफ में, और जब आप मेडिकल प्रोफेशनल बन जाते हो, थोड़ा फर्क पड़ जाता है आपकी समझ में, आप ग्रो हो जाते हो मेंटली, और आपको पता लगता है कि डायनामिक्स उतने बुरे नहीं है जितने में दिखते हैं, और थोड़ा सा आउटलुक पॉजिटिव रखना पड़ता है। ऐसा नहीं कि इंजीनियरिंग में चैलेंजेस नहीं है। मेरे बहुत सारे दोस्त, बहुत सारे कजन्स आईटी फील्ड में हैं, मैं बता सकता हूँ आपको, उनको दिन रात एक डर सताता रहता है। आपको पता होगा, अभी फेसबुक ने 200 एम्प्लॉयज को जॉब से निकाल दिया। अब आप सोचिए जरा उनका क्या हुआ होगा। बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे थे, बहुत अच्छी सैलरीज थी, एवरीबडी वाज रियली इम्प्रेस्ड विद देयर परफॉर्मेंस। सडनली वन फाइन डे जुकरबर्ग डिसाइडेड दैट ओके, आई डोंट नीड यू गाइस। सो ना तो फेस बचा, ना बुक बची। यू नो व्हाट, अब आप क्या करोगे? अपना फेसबुक तो नहीं खोल सकते, अपना इन्फोसिस नहीं खोल सकते, अपना टीसीएस नहीं खोल सकते, लेकिन एक डॉक्टर जो किसी भी कॉर्पोरेट हॉस्पिटल में काम कर रहा है, एक कॉन्फिडेंस से काम करता है कि अगर आप कल को मुझे गुड बाय बोल दोगे, कोई बात नहीं, मैं अपनी क्लिनिक खोल, अपनी क्लिनिक खोलना, आप अपने ड्राइंग रूम में क्लिनिक खोल सकते हैं, एज पर इंडियन लॉ रेजिडेंस में आप क्लिनिक खोल सकते हैं, पर अपना आराम से काम कर सकते हैं। तो एक थोड़ा पॉजिटिव आउटलुक रखना चाहिए मेडिकल स्टूडेंट्स के लिए। ये जो सेशन है, और बहुत अच्छा तविश तुम्हारा इनिशिएटिव है, क्योंकि हमारे पास सच में गाइडेंस नहीं थी और हम लोग बहुत ही कंफ्यूज मेंटालिटी से चलते थे कि यार होगा क्या हमारा। लेकिन आज जो भी हमें सुन रहे हैं यंगर ब्रदर्स और सिस्टर्स की तरह फीलिंग आती है मेरे को, तो तुम लोगों को देख के। तो मुझे आईएमजी एफएमजी जो भी है यही कहना है, अपना हौसला बुलंद रखना है और आगे बढ़ते जाना है। बहुत सारे ऑब्स्टिकल हैं, पहले एफएमजी क्लियर नहीं होता, नीट पीजी क्लियर नहीं होता, हो जाता है तो रेजिडेंसी है, फिर बहुत सारी और चीजें हैं। करते करते 10 साल में हम अच्छे डॉक्टर बन जाएंगे। और हमेशा याद रखना, हम मनी प्लांट नहीं है, हम बरगद के पेड़ हैं, लेकिन धीरे धीरे ग्रो हो जाएंगे।
ये तो मैं कभी नहीं भूलने वाला सर, ये जो आपने बात कही है, इवन आई एम गोइंग टू स्प्रेड दिस वर्ड। वेरी ब्यूटीफुल एनोटेशन। वाओ। तो सर मतलब नाउ यू मस्ट हैव विजिटेड मोर देन 10 कंट्रीज, कैन आई से दैट?
Yeah, more than that actually. I would say I'm very lucky actually. Honestly, मतलब God has been really kind. मेरे को एक ही चीज का शौक है, ट्रैवल का। और कुदरत ने ट्रैवल ऐसे दिया कि मतलब टीचिंग तो मुझे प्रोफेशन लगता ही नहीं है एक्चुअली, ये तो पैशन लगता है। और मतलब और ट्रैवलिंग साथ में कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री फीचर की तरह मिल गई। तो
अच्छा।
इससे बढ़िया क्या हो सकता था।
बिल्कुल
मैं तो
सर।
आई काउंट माई सेल्फ वन ऑफ द ब्लेस्ड पीपल।
तो सर कहाँ की स्नो अच्छी है, बिश्केक की स्नो अच्छी है कि कनाडा की स्नो अच्छी है?
Bishkek snow is better than Canada snow. It's manageable snow. Canada snow is pretty heavy. Yesterday it snowed like you can say almost 12 hours continuously. But I am actually little, I would say क्या कहते हैं, ढीठ होते हैं ना लोग जैसे। तो भी मैं जैकेट और शूज पहन के I started walking. I took my wife along. I said, no, we have to walk. It's okay. But Bishkek snow, I've been there many times, and Bishkek snow is still manageable, and that is moderate actually, and that's why.
ओके। तो सर इंडिया में वेयर हैव यू स्टेड फॉर द लॉन्गेस्ट टाइम?
See, I belong to Punjab, and my MBBS was from Government Medical College Amritsar. Amritsar is my hometown, and I cleared my All India PG examination, and I came to Delhi for my residency in ENT. I did it from Lady Harding Medical College, Delhi, and you'll be surprised actually. People say that Rajiv, you are crazy, and I agree with them when they say that I left in fact radiology, medicine, everything I was getting, and I took ENT. At that time, people were very much surprised that who can leave radiology and medicine and really take ENT. But I was clear what I want to do in my life actually, because my PG rank was very like respectable. I would say I tried my level best for that, but then I knew what I want to do. I want to create a balance between my professional life, my personal life, and radiology was not fitting into that picture because it's more of like console kind of work, and I'm a IT, I'm techie guy, but I like interacting with people. I'm a people person, not a, I would say, a purely computer person. So, and after that I've been in Delhi. I would say my life has got two parts. One part actually I spent in Amritsar. The second part I majorly spent in Delhi because there we actually stayed for many 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 years after that.
राइट। तो सर along with what you have said कि थोड़ा वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस के लिए you chose ENT. ENT is also known as one of the most versatile field.
Yeah,
OPDs भी होती हैं, सर्जरीज भी होती हैं। सो
yeah.
इसमें अब थोड़ा सा डायलेमा हो जाता है स्टूडेंट्स को व्हेन दे आर अबाउट टू चूज द पीजी स्ट्रीम। स्टूडेंट्स हु लाइक टू रीड एंड हु रियली वांट कि उनको सब नॉलेज हो, दे इंक्लाइन टुवर्ड्स मेडिसिन।
Mhm.
लेकिन
I will.
ऑन द अदर हैंड वही जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं वो बोलेंगे सर्जरी तो यार वो चूज करते हैं जिनको ज़्यादा पढ़ाई नहीं करनी होती। तो इसमें
Yeah.
क्या क्या स्टूडेंट को एक्चुअल आइडिया क्या आइडियली उसको रखना चाहिए वाइल
Yeah.
चूजिंग अ स्ट्रीम?
मैं बताता हूँ आपको। बड़ा अच्छा, अगेन तविश, इट्स अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन दैट एक्चुअली व्हेन यू डू इंटर्नशिप प्लीज गेट एक्सपोज टू द थिंग्स like a lot of people in need PG. I feel very bad for the students. They have to run around for the PG classes and they miss their internship and do most of the time they are in the PG classes only. And more than IMG, for FMG, it is more important to attend internship postings of medicine, surgery, orthopedics, pediatrics, obs gynae. Mainly, at least these five departments must be exposed fully to you. Then you get to understand: are you a physician person or are you a surgeon in your mind actually? Or maybe you are neither of them. You are more of anesthesia person. You are more of radiology person. I know radiology is very tough to get in India. And then the third, maybe you are a pathology person. No, I'm not meant for patients. You know what, guys? One thing I would like to share with you: it's one life to live. Please don't copy paste any person else's life in your life. Be your life. make it as original as possible, make it as your own as possible. You may not really be able to justify your choice to other people, but if you're able to justify your choice to yourself, that okay, I want to become pathologist, I think I'm not meant to be a patient person, it's absolutely okay. Don't struggle that बाकी लोग क्या कहेंगे, दुनिया तो कहती रहेगी, कुछ ना कुछ तो कहते रहेंगे लोग. आप अपने अंदर देखो कि आप क्या बनना चाहते हो. जहां तक रही बात पढ़ाई की, मेडिसिन वर्सेस सर्जरी, पीजी में मेडिसिन में ज्यादा लोग पढ़ते हैं, सर्जरी वाले लोग कम पढ़ते हैं, ये बात सत्य है. मैं तो बहुत बड़ा क्लियर जानता हूँ इस बात को. और फर्स्ट ईयर में लोग मोस्टली काम करते हैं. पीजी पढ़ाई का नाम नहीं है एक्चुअली. डॉक्टर्स को जब भी रिलेटिव्स बोलते हैं ना कि यार डॉक्टर्स तुम लोग पढ़ते रहते हो यार, तो हम लोग बड़ा बोलते हैं हाँ यार हमारा, और पता हमें हमें अंदर सबको पता है पढ़ते हम कुछ नहीं है ना. वो हमारी अंदर की स्टोरी है, वो हमारी प्राइवेट बात है. लेकिन लोगों के मन में ये धारणा बनी कि बहुत पढ़ते हैं लोग, यू नो, लाइक दैट. लेकिन फर्स्ट ईयर ऑफ पीजी एक्चुअली जॉब है, प्योरली जॉब है. मैं फिर बता रहा हूँ, दिल्ली में, मुंबई में, कहीं पे भी जब लोग पीजी कर रहे हैं फर्स्ट ईयर पीजी में, दे आर गेटिंग क्लोज टू 1 लाख रुपए, 1 लाख रुपी अ मंथ. कोई भी दुनिया में ऐसी डिग्री नहीं है जो आपको 1 लाख रुपया आपको अकाउंट में डालती है हर महीने. तो पीजी को पढ़ाई का फॉर्म देना बड़ी गलत बात है, अपनी मिजरी को और बढ़ाने वाली बात है. सोच बदलने का टाइम आया है, अपने जूनियर्स को बताने का टाइम है कि भाई पीजी एक जॉब है, रेजिडेंसी जॉब है, रेजिडेंट डॉक्टर, योर रेजिडेंट डॉक्टर. तो आप साइमल्टेनियसली पढ़ते हुए अपने साथ एक डिग्री भी अर्न करते हो. फर्स्ट ईयर मोस्टली वार्ड वर्क, बेसिक वर्क. Second year about thesis and presentations and study. In that medicine department, people study more than us. Third year is about the exam. Second year mostly go in the thesis time and some presentation, some study. Third year you start studying because you have to pass the examination. Generally, if you have been working well in the wards and OTs, you really pass the exam comfortably. So my take on your question will be: look within for that decision to be made. Don't look up to anyone and copy paste his life into your life actually. So be original as much as possible.
एंड कैन आई ऑल्सो कंक्लूड फ्रॉम वट यू सेड कि बुक से ज़्यादा इंटर्नशिप डिसाइड करती है
Yeah.
कि आप किस चीज़ के लिए बने हो, किस फील्ड के लिए बने हो.
Absolutely. Like you will not really. I'm not. Like very honestly, I'm not meant to be an orthopedist. I'm 100%. And when did I get to know about it? Because I was posted in orthopedics and I was actually working there for 15 days. I realized ये मेरी ब्रांच नहीं है. ये मेरे को अट्रैक्ट ही नहीं करती. मुझे इतना तोड़ना फोड़ना जोड़ना समझ नहीं आता. There were a couple of my friends. They were decided after doing orthopedic internship कि यार यही तो करना है हमने यार. हमें तो ग्रॉस चीजें पसंद है. मेरे को माइक्रोस्कोपिक चीजें पसंद है. You know what? Either ophthalmology or ENT or psychiatry. मैं three subject I was interested to take. Ophtha, ENT, psychiatry. मेरे को और कुछ समझ ही नहीं आता था, क्योंकि वो इंटर्नशिप में क्लैरिटी आ जाती है कि भाई अगर मेडिसिन साइड जाना है तो साइकाट्री. साइकाट्री में आई थिंक फालतू बातें करनी होती है, एंड आई थिंक आई एम वेरी गुड एट दैट.
यू आर वेरी गुड एट मोटिवेटिंग टू सर. बातें करना इज जस्ट थोड़ा सा ज्यादती हो जाएगी आपके साथ. So, sir, you grew up in Amritsar. You lived in Delhi for most of the time recently. तो मतलब दोनों जगह का खाना, एक जगह जहाँ अमृतसरी कुलचे है, दूसरी जगह बटर चिकन है दिल्ली का. तो आपको खाना कहाँ का ज़्यादा पसंद है?
Butter chicken actually started from Punjab only. If you
या
see actually Delhi is a blessing. Delhi is actually you can say 50% Punjab and 50% mixture of the other states actually. So Delhi is a very cosmopolitan city. Believe me, I love Delhi, and I've been to all metros and I've lived there also, like for my fellowships or something like that. So Delhi is amalgam of multiple states with dominant thing. But if you say like whatever butter chicken or whatever, original things have all they have been originating from Punjab only. So when I came to Delhi for first 2 months, I was really little confused that am I in the right place or not. But you know what, once you start spending time in Delhi, after 3-4 months you like that. It's a cosmic mess, it's a celestial mess. Delhi is a celestial mess. And but you start loving that. Like that's what I say. So life actually is like I would say about exploring new things, and Delhi gives you an opportunity to get in touch with different states and their culture and their cuisine and multiple things from different states. So that's what speciality of Delhi is.
so right
So I
now,
love Delhi.
Yeah, so that I can very much understand now. And so right now you're in Canada and you said you're on a vacation and you are taking your 5 to 6 weeks of holidays, but that's not completely true. Just an hour ago, I saw you having a live session with students. So I must say you are a very dedicated teacher. So I would like to know, how did you come across this teaching profession?
Hmm. Yeah. Actually, teaching happened accidentally to me. The If you see Delhi Academy of Medical Sciences, DAMS, New Delhi, they were just beginning their operations in 2003, four, and all that. And at that time, one day, the director over there, who's a good friend of mine, he called me up. He said, Rajiv, can you take ENT class for our one batch they had in Delhi in Karol Bagh? So I said, I'll do it because we were working together in Lady Harding Medical College, Delhi. So he said, you come over. I went over there. It was just like that only, casual thing which started 2005. But gradually, those were days when I used to use the markers and the boards and all that. It started like that. Only 15, 16 students were there in the first class, I remember, of ENT. And it was a makeshift arrangement they had made because their main ENT teacher had gone for some vacation to his hometown. But after that, they continued with me, and I also continued with them. And it has been a beautiful journey, actually. It was serendipity, totally serendipity for me. Believe me, I never had it. I would say life sometimes you have two things. One thing which you choose actually, like you decide and really meticulously dissect and really choose that. Okay, I want to do this. Sometimes profession chooses you actually. I would say in my case, I would say I'm pretty certain that medicine as a career and teaching as a passion both chose me. I did not opt for them because I'm from a very humble background of Amritsar. My hometown is actually a village, at the outskirts of Amritsar. So we grew from there, and by chance, like medicine happened to us, and from there the journey has been really kind, I would say. And teaching chose me. I never chose teaching.
So just because I have myself I have interest in teaching, तो इसी पे एक follow up question है, since you said you chose ENT just to maintain the work life balance that you wished for, so now on top of that now you're a teacher too.
Yeah.
So how are you able to manage things? Do you get time for yourself apart from these 5 to 6 weeks?
A lot, I would say, a lot. If you see my like profile, I'll say uh, teaching is not a profession. Actually, it doesn't really fatigue me. It doesn't really create a thing that I'm doing something. Honestly, when I'm with the students, it's like I would say it's sort of a vacation on the stage. It's a vacation on the stage, I would say, going on. So because you can understand when you're doing it for the 18th year consecutively, you know what,
Hmm.
it has to be a passion, not because you're doing repetitive act. It's like same like act, you're doing it on the stage every weekend maybe. So number one, the travel attracts me. Number two, like interacting with the younger crowd like you and everyone, students, it makes me pretty like I would say like stimulated inside. That's important. And third, I never felt that teaching is a profession. So it doesn't fatigue me. I would count teaching as one of the break times only for me, honestly. I would say, like, you go to Chennai, you go to Bangalore, you go to Hyderabad. In the evening, you go out and you try the local food over there. You meet the friends over there. And next morning, you again go on the stage and really start the part B of the conversation. It doesn't really, believe me, it's very, very interesting. Very interesting. Still,
So
I feel after 18 years also that I feel I just started yesterday. If you
so in this journey of 18 years, have you ever visited the Philippines?
Yeah, yeah. I went to Cebu. Cebu actually.
Oh,
Cebu I went. Yeah, yeah. I've
so
been there. It was a wonderful experience over there. Very organized people, and I really liked the approach they had about teaching medicine to students. About the first year onward, they have got modules being run system wise, and I understood that. I stayed for a couple of days over there. I've been to Manila also,
oh really?
and yeah, yeah. I've been there in a couple of universities. We did some sessions for ENT. It has been interesting. Philippines, yeah, like beautiful.
Great, sir. So, since we have talked so much about teaching more than your ENT surgeon career, so what is the best part about this job? Teaching or as an ENT surgeon? What is the best thing about?
Yeah, yeah, actually. The it's sometimes, like the word best gets little, I would say insufficient to explain your mental feelings. Sometimes you want to really keep both the things at the same platform. And if you ask me, what is my best version actually? I think my best version is when I'm with my patient actually. When I'm with my patients,
Mm.
yeah, I think like that's my first love, like that. And when I'm with the students, definitely it gets the same feeling actually, but in a different way. With student, you feel that you're amongst your own community, own medical fraternity. And when I look at you guys, I feel that they are my younger brother and sister. It's not about ENT. ENT is just an excuse to come in touch with you guys, and I would transfer my concern into your head. But the more important thing is to talk to you guys, to interact with you guys as my fellow brothers and sisters, really, to make your journey little less difficult. I know it's difficult for FMG particularly; it's more difficult, and I want to make it smallest contribution possible over there to make that journey a little bit more easy for them. So I'll keep both at the same platform, I would say. But yes, if you ask me what is my best version, like as a human being, I think when I'm with my patients in the clinic, that gives me an ecstatic feeling. Definitely.
So just to
So I get
extend
the less
that,
opportunity. Let me tell you,
yeah,
I get less opportunity to be in the clinics, but it's very like hectic. You understand?
yeah.
In last 1 year has been really, really hectic. But whenever like I'm in the clinic, I'm like, I would say it's my equal love.
Okay, just to extend that ecstatic feeling of yours, let me be your patient for a while. लोग कहते हैं ना, as an Indian, it's my right to have a free consultation from a doctor when he's in front of me. So since it will be, I don't hopefully it will happen, or it happened with me only. I don't want any other students to have the same problem, but there are chances, high chances are there. So when I was watching lectures, your lecture or other mentors lecture for the whole day while I was preparing for the FMG examination, I used to have my headphones on and I kept watching the lectures throughout the day, and you already might have guessed what the problem arise later. So I started to have ear pain, and
Hmm.
then I left the earphones, headphones for a month. I thought it will recover itself and things will get better as they were before. But as soon as I started to wear headphones again, it started to get painful again and again. And I now it's I wore this headphone almost after 2 months now, just for this session. So, what can be the possible reason for this? Uh,
Yeah.
am I close to have a SNHL, or
Yeah.
will it ever recover or not?
Yeah. Number one, I would say using earphones or the headphones for more than, you can say, 20 minutes at a stretch is going to harm your cochlea in the long run. And there's a proven research for that, number one. Number two, there are professional commitment people have for which they have to use the headphones or the earphones. It's unavoidable. We ask them to take a break in between, just remove that and just be off that for some time. Third, for attending the lectures, I always recommend people that don't use earphones or the headphones. If you're staying alone in your room, buy a small speaker like JBL speaker, which is like very small, like pro speaker or something like that. Ambient noise in the environment is a wonderful idea than the closed circuit sound with the earphone or the headphone. And is it reversible? No, it is not reversible. Will can it cause SNHL in the future? Yes, it's already causing. We are getting now, presbyacusis used to be age-induced hearing loss, which is SNHL due to age-induced issues with the cochlea and the eighth nerve. But we are getting now this kind of environmental sound created problems, or the this uh, earphone induced SNHL at a younger age, and we should understand that, that every decade, when the life changes with the new gadgets coming up, and the mobile phone is becoming the third kidney. You know what, it's always attached to your body, and this is umbilical cord actually, I would say. So you're extending your body beyond your body, please understand that. And more you would be attached to this device through this cord. There's another cord, it's another umbilical cord we created actually, is going to damage the cochlea. So I'll be very upfront about it, that use the speakers than the earphone or headphones. Even if you have to use it for some important calls or something like that, you must give a break of at least 10 minutes after every 20 minutes. If you Third thing is, please keep the volume very low, very low. We get, we are very fond of music and we keep it at a high volume, and it's going to cause harm. Like for example, me also, like I have a problem that I have to watch something out of Netflix downloaded when I'm traveling in the flight. I have to do that. You know what? So you know what? 21st century cannot be like this, that you have to be saint over there. But I would say saint is not possible, but we can be sane at least. Let's be sane at least. You know what? That we can do. So we can't really change the way of life now. But let's create a middle level balance over there. That's better way.
Yes,
Mhm.
I can't agree any more than that, because as soon as I realized that I have started to have this kind of a problem, I told everyone, I made a video about it कि भाई बंद करो headphones लगा के lecture देखना बंद करो,
Yeah.
because
Hmm.
now when I travel within the cities, either I'm on a bus or in a train, I see people always with their Bluetooth earphones, and sometimes I feel jealous and sometimes I feel concerned about them कि भाई आगे चल के प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा इतना. इट्स नॉट गुड.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. We have to really create a balance. I would say. We cannot really shun it away now because it's getting part of life actually. Like for example, like we know alcohol is bad, a cigarette is bad. People have their got own decided limits for alcohol. They get like pragmatic about it. Same I think with this also. Let's not run away from this fact that it's part of human body now. This is. Can you see the beautiful umbilical cord you have right now?
So, uh, if I may take the liberty to say, sir, you had a relationship in your college days with obviously Anuradha ma'am, who is your wife now. Uh, but there are many medicos. Like, obviously, you managed to surpass all those challenges that you might have faced because of the relationship, but it eventually fall into place, and you are now a great mentor. So, what will be your advice to those students who are
Mhm.
distracted, not just because of their relationships, but because of other things that they have indulged in? तो मतलब
Mhm.
कहाँ पे उनका attention इस time पे होना चाहिए? Few
Mhm.
words for them, because you have seen both the parts.
Yeah, 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 absolutely. And may I add one thing actually over there, that me and Anuradha, we got together after internship was over. We were batchmates from the day one, but we were friends,
Oh,
and we were having our own lives good running, and we were not really like we were in part of the same group in a like in our own defined manner. But after internship got over, then we decided, okay, like that, we can be together this way. So regarding your other question, like like the relationships and the academics and the your life as a medical student, how to create a balance over there. Number one, you can't run away from your biology. Please understand it, because more you would really get stereotyped that, okay, this is wrong or this is right. It's going to make your life difficult. Most of the things which we have been told today, that okay, this is not right. For example, feeling jealous is not good. I always tell even my kids also, if feeling jealous is a fine idea. It's okay. Control that. Like talk to yourself what you can do better to really make good things happen to you also. Same over here. Like there are bound to be attractions. There are bound to be relationships. Happening, particularly the second year, third year. That's the time actually. The problem is that are we positively contributing to each other's life, or are we negatively affecting each other's life? That's very important. Unfortunately, due to this social media and multiple opportunities people get suddenly, because relationships are getting redefined now in 21st century, and one of the partners get more psychologically involved than the other partner. Please do remember, in a relationship it's very difficult to create balance actually in medical student life. Please understand, when two people are in a relationship, one person is more secure than the other person, and understand that the other person security is your insecurity, and vice versa also. So please understand, if any relationship is getting toxic and more than 3 months you're spending, like when you have sleepless nights because of some other issue going on, or it's no more a source of happiness for you, it's time to shake hands and say goodbye to each other. I'm sorry to be so radical, but that's what I am. And you know what, I'm a very clear person this way. It's one life to live. Nothing is really going to really affect you more than your own self. Remember, people are really there, people are coming, and you can also be a toxic person for other person. Please do remember that. It's a byway thing, understand? So other person also has the right to really walk out. So any relationship which is creating more than 3 months of misery in your life is not getting any source of peace for you. Please walk out and have a 3 months of no relationship period, and after that look at life with a fresh angle. Very few relationships actually they materialize to this level, it. So and with 21st century issues of social media, it's getting more and more problematic. I would say don't escalate the relationship to that level where you are going to be janam janam ke saathi suddenly in the beginning only. Take your own sweet time to really things, let the things grow. You are a mature person now, the other person also mature. In a year time you decide, can you bear this person for all your life or not? Then you start talking to that level of connection, that okay, janam janam ke saathi and all that. Otherwise, first year just focus on study, focus on the relationship, and create a moment of happiness for each other. That's a better deal than this thing. Getting too much serious in the beginning is always going to give pain to one member of that relationship for sure.
Wow, you explained it so beautifully, sir, and so much to learn from that. I wish I had heard it from you earlier, but anyways, moving on
Always
to
remember one thing:
uh,
one person insecurity is other person's security in
wow.
relationship. Yeah, please understand that. That's the most important thing, and it's coming from because I always had 5.5 years of the free bird.
Sir, recently you made a post along with other mentors about the 2 year internship thing that's happening with the FMGs right now, according to the latest order. So, what are your views about that? See, I would like to know. I haven't been into internship yet. I don't have any much experience of the internship. That's why I'm asking you this. 2 year internship is a replacement for the insecurity the NMC is having of sending students into the internship who have done some part of their studies online.
Mhm.
Now they are thinking making 1 year into two will make students a better doctor. On the other hand, the second school of thought is, especially from the students or the interns, is that यार सीख लिया, कितना टाइम लगता है सीखने में, जो सीखना था सीख लिया, जो एक महीने में सीख लिया, दोबारा सेम चीज़ करके कुछ रिपीट ही करना है ना, कुछ अलग तो नहीं सीखने को है. एंड इफ़ वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द डायरेक्ट कॉन्टैक्ट द इंटर्न्स विल हैव विद द पेशेंट्स, वो तो फर्स्ट ईयर में भी है, फिर सेकेंड ईयर में भी रहेगा, तो कोई डिफरेंस तो है नहीं. तो व्हाट्स योर थॉट अपॉन दैट? इज़ इट फेयर? व्हाट कैन बी द सेंस? क्योंकि हमें सेंस तो चाहिए ना इस टाइम पे, करेंगे कर रहे हैं तो फिर क्यों कर रहे हैं?
Number one, I would say uh, it's illogical. Let me tell you the point blank thing. Let me be very, with the due respect to National Medical Council Commission, I would like to say it's not logical for these kind of sudden changes in the plan of somebody else's life who started the journey, taking permission from you, taking eligibility certificate from you, and going to like foreign country for an education, and coming back and doing internship for a year, and now you suddenly say that 2 years. And I have a question to a lot of people, that what, even IMGs were doing online education. It's not that only FMGs did. And COVID-19 pandemic was something of its kind. It happened once in a century, actually. Unfortunately, poor FMGs who actually were studying at that point of time, they were affected seriously by that. But it's not that willfully they stayed back in India and opted for online. The system was not allowing, the flights were not there, the institution was not adopting them for the offline courses, and they were forced or compelled to do the online education. But do you think that, is it really having any rationale to make our own students suffer further? Or will 2 years training as an intern add any value to their career in future? Answer is no. Point blank, no. And I'm not a person who cannot be really convinced with, if you have got a valid thought on that, I can really change my thoughts also. But I had a discussion with a lot of people around it. But all of the people who are like actually having very critical viewpoint about a lot of things around FMGs, even they could not explain it. How would it add value to the FMG life as a doctor? And how would it really, like, we see in India, we don't have places for FMGs to do start internship after they clear the FMG exam even. How can you really have 2 year of internship and make other people wait again? Actually, we already have a lacuna in the system, and you know who knows better than you, Tavish,
Yes, sir.
that you know what, we have a waiting period of more than sometimes 8 9 months also in certain states, that we are not able to offer any seat of training to our FMGs as an intern. So 2 year, it's not, and then what, India is a democratic country. So, and democracy means that the same group of people should get same group of laws actually. IMG, FMG, there's no difference in my eye, I would say. Only thing that FMG opted for another institution for training as a doctor. That's all, which is a democratic right any person would have. But today, if you segregate them, that somebody did online in India, being an IMG, should do only 1 year of internship, but people coming from abroad, 2 year, that's not justified. And on top of that, life of FMG is already having so many challenges. Let us not make that life more complicated. We should all work together to make sure that FMGs should become the part of the system in an effective, efficient, and faster manner, so that country also gets advantage out of their training which they conducted on their own with their own finances outside this country. So I do not really have any reason to really believe that this is going to add value to the life of FMG as a doctor in the future.
Please, sir, I would like to ask you if you could say a few more uh, ideas of yours to the students who are about to give the FMG examination, but because of this rule, they have been, flabbergasted and disturbed.
Yeah. See, Tavish, people who are appearing in the FMG examination, guys, one thing I learned, I go for trekking also. I've been working with some, group from 2004 onwards, actually. So I learned from them many things actually. One of the thing is that what, we always, like, when we trek, we always divide our trek into some parts like that. So in this, by the end of this day, we have to reach this point actually, like that. So we work towards that point first of all, guys. Let's not look beyond. Let us, first of all, our target is to clear the FMG examination. There are, brain doesn't really like that, because brain wants reasons to keep thinking about something bad which can happen in the future, so that my immediate target, which is FMG examination, I can save myself from studying actually. I always tell in the class also, human brain doesn't want to study. And, there's another video we can create on that actually later on sometime. But you know what, brain loves to predict bad things. Brain loves to get antagonistic toward what is happening around us about our group. Let us not really waste time on that. Let us first of all clear this FMG exam, which is going to occur on 20th January. And through you, Tavish, I would like to utilize this opportunity to tell all my fellow brothers and sisters that when the exam was postponed from 4th of December to 20th January, a lot of people got derailed. A lot of people stopped preparing the way they were preparing earlier. My humble request to all of you is, please, please, please study properly. Today, whichever juncture you are, let us get very serious. We are close to 1 month away from the examination, and let us now put our full force study into clearing the examination. 2 year or 1 year internship, we'll see later on what happens. Let us take target one as this one. Let us reach the first milestone. Don't worry, we'll see the next one also. Maybe by that time we get some sane news from NMC side that okay, maybe they will review the decision and all that. But let us be into that league first of all, that we are eligible to get the internship. Okay.
Yes, sir. That's a very important message because obviously, during preparation, as you said, brain always, inclined towards the negative things and negative
Yeah.
thoughts. And
Not just yours, Tavish, mine
yes.
also.
Oh,
It's
you.
like it's you. Yeah, everyone. Like that's why I always tell, like in the class also, people who are sitting on the other side of the screen, like me versus Tavish, we both are same inside. Believe me. You get dressed up every day. You get you like, we shave and we get dressed up every day and all that. We look presentable. Similarly, every day you have to do your mental conditioning. people people look very sane, like people like me. I'm not really, honestly. You have to really keep yourself grounded, sane. Direction should be clear in your mind, motivated, and free of conflicts around that, free of distractions also around you. It's an ongoing process. It's an ongoing process. It has no culmination. The only culmination is one day when you leave the planet. That's all. Otherwise, don't ever feel that you will get a stable mind for at least 1 week. Even that's not possible. Every day is another challenge, man. Every day. So, conditioning of the brain, and I would say manipulating the brain to keep doing productive thing, is an everyday task. It's not something you learn and you remember it forever. You have to. But yes, when you start doing it, like 1 year continuously, you control your things and you sit down and study, or you be like proper direction you're moving, then it's easy for you to condition the brain, because we become habitual of doing it. Your brain is scared of you now. Brain is scared of you. No, no, this guy mean business. You know what? I cannot keep on thinking negative, negative, negative. I have to sit down and study. That's what I keep doing.
That was the most precise spiritual context I have heard.
No,
And
that's a fact. We need to really tell everyone that, what, nobody is sane over here and nobody is sane forever. You have to become a sane person every day,
yes,
every day.
sir.
Every day brings a challenge, but you bring your sanity back in the center. It's a pendulum. Pendulum, pendulum.
Yes, yes, yes.
Brain wants to think about the past mistakes we did. Brain wants to think about the wrong thing which can happen in the future. But today is like today is today. I have to do whatever best I can do today. And it's an everyday exercise.
Very true, sir. Sir, if you could quickly tell how much duration it should take while preparing for an FMG examination or for NEET PG examination, because obviously students plan their, like, after internship I'll would not join a hospital, or I would not take the job, I will prepare for NEET PG. So according to you, how many months are enough for the preparation for either exams?
Yeah. See, for FMG, unfortunately, we only get 4.5 months actually. By the time people come, for example, now January will be the people landing over here and all that. By the time, exam result will come February, March, April, May, and June is the exam. 4 months. And believe me, 4 months are insufficient for preparation. That's why FMGs get major challenge over there. People say FMGs don't know this, don't know that. I always tell everyone, it's not that FMGs do not know this or that. They don't get time for that. So every junior FMG who is actually right now in the university, and if you're listening to this conversation and you're in a second year or third year, please start from now. My humble request to all of you, please don't look at what seniors did. The exam is changing. If national exit test comes, you have to scale up. Guys, first year, I understand you have to stabilize yourself in a foreign country. You have to learn the practices over there. But second year onward, please create a decision in your mind that I have now 2 days I'll freak out in the week. No problem. Freak out. Go to the pubs, go to the bars, go to the local places. You're in a foreign land, explore. But 5 days out of the 7 days, second year people, third year people, please make sure that you're studying. After your regular classes are over, get back, study whichever resource you're using for. Regarding the people who have already finished their final year and they're about to land in India in January, for example, guys, each day will count. 120 days of preparation is sufficient enough to pass the examination as of today. When 150 out of 300 are required without negative marking being there, we can really make it happen. It's possible, absolutely possible. But the dedication or structured study should be starting from the first week of February. Don't postpone it beyond February. In the first 2-3 weeks, you will take time to adjust to India once again. I know that. But 4 months, if you do properly, believe me, you have a very high chance of passing the examination. Regarding NEET PG, NEET PG is a competitive examination. So the amount of, I would say, if you finish your internship, you did not do anything in the internship and you want to now join a course or a class or something like that, please give yourself from a time of 10 months to prepare for the NEET PG. It would be required, and don't take shortcuts. NEET PG is not about shortcuts for sure. NEET PG means like 10, 20 questions more wrong, right or wrong will decide whether you will become, like a medicines, like a consultant in the future, or maybe you do something which you don't want to do actually. So 4 months or 4.5 months for the FMG examination after you land in India, and 10 months minimum for the NEET PG preparation, because every exam would require the content to be revised at least two more times after the first reading is over. Without that, you are actually playing the game just like at a lower level. And NEET PG is not about that actually. NEET PG, because I'm dealing with NEET PG for the last 18 years now, I can tell you everything counts over there. So it's a matter of 200 questions. You know what? You know it.
Yes, sir.
Every question has a value over there. So you would need at least 10 months for that.
Yes, sir. So yeah, that's very much that makes sense. About FMG examination, do you think it's going to happen in June 2023?
Um, uh, my fingers are crossed. My fingers, honestly, my fingers are crossed about it, and I do not know whether it will happen or not. Because you know what, everybody's skeptical right now, because national exit test is being seriously considered by NMC, and by legislation also they are supposed to bring it before 2023 ends. So fingers crossed right now. But my dear friends, if you are actually coming in India by the end of December or early part of January, please start studying. And my request to don't waste the remaining days of December. Enough is enough. We had good time, but now finally is ending. Like if you are from like any foreign university, please start studying from now. It will add value to you. Why not finish two, three subjects before you come over here? Why not do it?
Exactly.
You have resources with you. We know every student has got X or Y or Z. All resources, all institute, all faculty members try to do their level best with all honesty, integrity for the welfare of students. Utilize it properly. Rather than feeling scared, will next come or will not come, let us make sure that we finished two, three subjects before we come to India in January. That will be a better deal than that. But most probably, if you ask me, with the calculation in my mind, most probably we are very much hopeful that this exam will be there in June.
Okay, because some people are saying it was a very
Yeah,
smart move by NBE of
yeah,
postponing the December
I know.
examination to
There's a lot of
2023.
things going on. Yeah, you know what? We should be always telling to ourselves: is it in my hands or not?
Yes,
Is it
exactly.
in my hands? No,
No.
no, your hands? No, and student hand? No. What is in our hand is books or the resources. So please, please, please make sure whatever the exam may be, NEET PG or Next or FMG, you will be able to crack it if you take an early start. If you take an early start, you'll be able to crack it. Believe me, a kidney will remain kidney only, brother. Be it NEET PG or Next. Kidney will remain kidney only. Kidney will not grow up and become a brain one day. No, kidney will remain kidney only, na man. So let us not really think about those things which are beyond our control. Let us think about those things which are under our control. And under our control are the time right now you have. You are in the foreign university, whichever it's like close to middle of the December now. Please, please, please make sure start studying. Believe me, that will be the game changer. And next national exit test, whatever exam may be, don't worry, we are there to help you out for that.
Okay, sir. My last question for this session, sir. Are we expecting any revision sessions before the FMG examination from your side?
Yeah, we already uploaded one session with all the previous year question and expected question series based revision on the channel Doctorials, and I invite all the FMGs to go through that video to get an idea what kind of question have been asked in the previous four sessions, and what kind of question can be asked in the upcoming session, keeping the NEET PG trends also in mind. So that video is a recent video I've uploaded, keeping in mind the revision for all the FMGs before 20 January exam comes.
Okay.
And we will share that link also in the comments box.
That was all for this session, sir. I'm really honored to have you. It was really an amazing session. Uh, जितने हम्बल आप लेक्चर्स में लगते हैं उतने ही हम्बल आप लाइव में भी हैं. इट वाज रियली एन अमेजिंग सेशन और मेरे को पता ही नहीं चला कितना टाइम हो गया ये सेशन करते हुए. तो थैंक यू वेरी
Same here,
मच.
Tavish. It was very, very wonderful, like interaction with you, and I congratulate you for this initiative, because I know it's very, very, like time-taking task to really, would say, create an appointment with the different people of different walks of life and really bring the material to the student, so that these are opportunities and these are very candid conversations. Like not those YouTube kind of things. But honestly, I'm not really convinced that idea still, actually, that so much good should not be said on the YouTube that everybody should start feeling that we are the worst people, actually. I
एग्जैक्टली सर.
said let's be more realistic and let's be more candid about things, and thank you for creating that opportunity where we can be candid with our fellow medical students over there in the who are future of the medicine in the country.
Thank you very much, sir. I'll
Sure.
extend my regards once more. and I wish you a very comfortable stay in Canada, and you
Absolutely.
really get recharged for the next upcoming year 2023.
My best wishes for all the FMG students for the upcoming examination and the NEET students also for the upcoming March examination. And Merry Christmas and wish you Happy New Year.
Happy New
May
Year to you
2023
too.
bring wonderful things for you in your life.
Same to you, sir. Take care,
Thank
sir.
you very much.
Thank you.
Sure. Bye.
Thanks for watching this video. If you like this podcast, this session, do leave a like, and you can also leave your comments, your suggestions. I'll really appreciate them. And if you want to connect with me, don't forget to subscribe this channel, hit the bell notification, and also there's a link of my Instagram account and my Telegram page. You can join me and connect with me there as well. And do let me know who you want to see next on the show MedTalk with Tavish. Thank you. Keep grinding, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.